Halftime show. M Zilla. Halftime show. M Zilla. Halftime show. Halftime show. M Zilla.
Yo, 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 and welcome to the halftime show. It's your man M Zilla. Another episode. I think it's episode 8. Last episode we had some technical difficulties, but I played a lot of tracks for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna do another one of those legacy hours where I'm just dropping a lot of my old tracks. Maybe later on in another episode. So this episode I got a little mix of things I want to talk about. First of all, One Man Army, available on all platforms. Listen to it, stream it. It's been going good. Uh, it's been a lot quicker for One Man Army to get up to some numbers than Whistle. So it really feels good to like see the second single of the year having a little push. You know what's interesting? I still have listeners from Phoenix, Arizona, the most listeners. And when I had that on Whistle, I was thinking, okay, this is interesting, but it might be because Whistle was on some type of list that has a lot of users from Phoenix. But to see One Man Army also being listened to from Phoenix just tells me one thing. They love me out there. Nah, I'm just playing. But it seems like I have a fan base in Phoenix, Arizona. How that is possible, I have no idea, but it's really dope. I'm a huge fan of the Suns. Shouts out to Devin Booker. Um, so yeah, keep on streaming One Man Army. M Zilla loves Phoenix, Arizona. If things get better with COVID, it would be awesome to have a show in Phoenix. Why would you not? But yeah, thank you all to my listeners from Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you to my listeners from London. I have some listeners in London for One Man Army and west side of Chicago. Sick. Um, some other dope stats. Whistle had some really good stats in Apple Music. Listen to in Ghana, listen to in Italy, Cyprus, even New York, I think. So please, if you are a Apple Music user, keep on streaming my shit. Personally, I don't really care what service you use. Either way is gonna help me and my career. But it's nice to see like my Apple Music stats getting up. Cause Spotify, I've been doing my thing with them still. Amazon Music has been amazing, but to see Apple Music, it really I like it, and I think it's interesting that there's a lot of like listeners from Ghana and Italy. I never knew they were like Apple Music users, and it's really interesting how these like streaming services, like how many people do really have like access to these streaming services because um like I don't want to talk too much about my business meeting, but I might be doing some work with another uh distributor, and they are putting a lot of effort into a streaming service called Tencent Music. It's in China, and it's an interesting market because they are so many there, and they have like 5 or 6 streaming services of their own, which is interesting. Um, So we'll see about that. But I can right now officially tell everybody that 19th of March we are dropping the color purple, M Zilla, and we are dropping it through Labelcaster, which is going to be interesting. I personally, I'm looking into the 10-cent market because I've never had my music on that streaming service before. So let's see what happens with that. Um, Spotify had a new event recently, and they unveiled the Spotify Hi-Fi, which is a bit late to be honest, because Tidal has been having Wi-Fi, hi-fi music for a long time, high quality music. But other than that, I didn't really hear too much new things from Spotify's event. So yeah, Spotify Hi-Fi. Um, Another topic I want to talk about is something called NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And I'm not going to talk too much about it on this episode. I'm planning a little bit, and I'm going to have a entire episode on Bitcoins, cryptocurrency, and NFTs. But already I want to just shed some light on this. So NFTs, it's basically intellectual property, and what it it stands for non-fungible tokens. And it means that you can buy like property on the internet, like digital files. You can buy them as a currency. You can buy them as a cryptocurrency. And every token will be unique. So let's say, for example, I've been reading that someone like William Shatner, the old actor from Star Trek, he's been selling like some photos of him from way back. Imagine the like JPG, JPG, the JPG file as a single like cryptocurrency and using the blockchain technology. And what's interesting with this is that every time that cryptocurrency, that digital token is sold, the value increases. So it almost becomes like a kind of a stock market. And like traditional art is not as it's so easy to forge art nowadays. Like all these beautiful, well-known paintings. Nowadays, you can't even know if it's the real one, but it's a lot easier to track down a digital image on the internet. So imagine like some people, everybody uses memes, right? What if you bought the rights to the JPG file as itself? So every time it's used in the internet, it refers back to like you as an owner buy this crypto token, and in a few years it will almost be like an asset. And beyond that, it's interesting for artists because you can sell anything as a non-fungible token. You can sell like unreleased music, you can sell pictures, you can even sell like digital addresses, digital properties. Non-fungible tokens will become a huge thing. People like Gary V is already talking about it. Jim Jones was talking about it on the Joe Budden podcast. Um, but as I said, I want to dedicate a episode just for cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens. So I'm gonna chill on that, but be on the lookout. This might be the biggest thing that's gonna come. Next topic is, so LeBron and Zlatan is having a little back and forth, which is very interesting. I'm very surprised by Zlatan's comments, but I think it's a PR trick because he knows better than this. I just think it's a good idea to still be relevant at his age, and maybe LeBron is in on it because honestly, that Lukaku Ibra thing, it felt like some WWE shit. So maybe Zlatan is on his Vince McMahon. I don't know. But we all know that it's a bit hard to see Zlatan's perspective on his comments on LeBron. But if it's like a media thing, he's like building a brand. You never know, you know. It might be a PR trick. That's what I think, at least. Otherwise, it's very hard for me to understand how he's thinking. But yeah, that was that. Next topic is I might have a possible guest on a episode, maybe not next week again, but maybe next week, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's gonna be a guest that's gonna talk a lot more about like syncing your music. For example, like selling rights to your music for TV shows, movies, soundtracks, commercials, ad campaigns. But more on that when I know more. But it can be a good thing. Now I want to drop one of my tracks that I made with the Danish producer that made the Birds. If you remember, I was talking about Birds in an earlier podcast episode, and it's one of the first collabs I did with this Danish producer. The second one was called Go, and it's available on all streaming services, so you can check out M Zilla Go everywhere. But yo, IBJ, if you can, my man, drop that Go song.
As we gon' ride out. As we gon' ride out. Yeah. Go. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. When I say go, then you know. So let's go, yeah, let's go. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. When I say go, then you know. So let's go, yeah, let's go. When I say go, then you know. So let's go, yeah, let's go. I said go, push the weight, spit the rhyme, clear your throat, make the magic happen. Life is such a waste if you don't use it to the most. So let's go, give me more. Don't give up, don't fall down on the floor. Stand tall, might talk about my son like LeVar Ball. It's your moment, you're a star. This your season, it's your call. I want accolades on my wall, speeding in them foreign cars. I'm gonna take this thing far. May the Lord have my back and guide me through it all. Never forget to mention the people that supported me. All will get their time accordingly, working through me. Something powerful, no sorcery. Earth, wind, and fire, elements of our existence. The entire truth among these other liars. Divide and conquer in our genes. You'll soon expire. You can't touch my empire. The reason why I'm their ultimate desire. Yeah. The season has begun. Make your plans and make your runs. Taking risks, the only way to get ahead and get up front. Alpha, beta, omega. Ancient wisdom from my tongue. Found the fountain of youth. So now life will keep me young. Look all the flavors that I brung. How many did I inspire? How many wanna follow my path? They wanna do it like me, but you could never do it like me. Cause you'll never be me. Yeah, you'll never be me. Hopping in a taxi cab with the bricks though, popping all the dimes like a sicko. Real shooter, drove around in a Pinto. He ain't even have a license, burned the car when you finito. This is easy, is what you learn when you listen close. Giving toast every time I get the chance. I must be a ghost, rhyming like the greats from the past. I make it last, cause I ain't going nowhere fast. If you knew my story, this would make you laugh. This would make you laugh. Haha. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. I said go, so let's go. Now you know, now you know. When I say go, then you know. So let's go, yeah, let's go. When I say go, then you know. So let's go, yeah, let's go. Flooded all the streets with the right vibe. Working through my people, M Zilla. Daydreaming in their nighttime. Waking up early, catch a day before it catches me. Anytime is the right time. Every line is the right way to stimulate your brain, man. Found myself ever since then, my glow shine. So I stay fine. Yeah, this life, man. Yeah. Yeah, this life, man. Go. Go! Go! Go!
Yeah. And that was Go, produced by Lucas BL, the same producer that produced Birds. And I have to say, after Birds, Go is probably one of my more streamed songs. Still, people to this day can listen to it and be like, yo, you actually did one there. So I like that song. I already talked about how Lucas BL has been doing his thing, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. But I just want to say once again, One Man Army is out right now. Listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, doesn't matter. Get my streams up, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really happy about Phoenix, man, because it feels like I have a good fan base now that I can always like listen to. And another awesome thing is that when I released One Man Army, I got a lot more followers on my Facebook account. I've always had, but there always been like 300, 400. Now it's like going up every day. That's very promising for the future. I love that. Another thing I want to talk about, like I talked about LeBron earlier and Zlatan, and what's interesting is that Rock Nation Sports, they have something going on with Milan, the Italian club Milan. I don't know if it's like collabo or what it really entails, but they follow each other on Instagram, and I see that they help each other on campaigns and other things. So I think it's very interesting that Rock Nation Sports have taken an interest in soccer, and they're doing it in really good like moves. Um, they have even like incorporated Tidal in like the partnership, because I see like a lot of Milan players are followed by Tidal, and they use like Tidal as a streaming service, which is awesome. Beyond that, Rock Nation Sports has really good like soccer players signed up as their like agency. I mean, just listen to this: Lukaku, Marcus Rashford, Kevin De Bruyne, Alex Witzel, this is really good players, man. So I don't know if it's Jay that's behind those, but I just gotta tell you, as a soccer fan, that's really smart moves, man. Cause for me, Rock Nation Sports was just baseball and American football. I remember when they signed like CC Sabathia, and that was like one of their first huge acquisitions, I think. I wonder if Kevin Durant is under Rock Nation Sports. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, Rock Nation Sports, keep doing your thing. And then I would like to talk about, so if Milan has this collaboration, Inter, you gotta do something too, man. You can't let them like win this. So I had this idea. Seeing that like Inter has a mascot, and it's like a snake. It's like a green snake, I think. It would be dope if YSL does something with Inter. Imagine YSL, Young Stoner Life, Young Thugs record label, Slam, Slat. Combine that with Inter and the snake mascot. That's $1 million idea, man. Shit. Can't even front. But yo, you know what's really like been making me think about things different recently is that I saw this like documentary on abstract expressionism. So abstract expressionism is like a way of painting, and there's a lot of like very famous painters from the early 19th century that were abstract impressionists, and recently they've been like involved in a lot of fraud cases. Almost like 60 paintings were sold for like 80 million by a very known art gallery called Knoedler's Gallery. It's in New York. So they made fake paintings of like Pollock, Rothko, Motherwell, and it got me thinking about like art's been like such a valuable asset. It's always it's always been going up, up, up. You always hear like people say buy art. You can see like someone like Swiss Beats buying art. Even I remember there's this song with Flatbush Zombies. It's called, fuck, I don't even know remember what it's called. But in the end, they're like guns and butter. This world is like guns and butter. And I think that quote is actually from the movie Bad Boy. No, not Bad Boy. Baby Boy with Tyrese, yeah. But seeing that you can forge art, it makes me think the next big thing has to be all the digital like properties on the internet. And that's why I believe in this NFTs so much. I think it's gonna take a long time before NFTs are valuable uh, in for everyone. But like already in the music industry, before this podcast was airing, I was just sitting and scrolling on Twitter, and I saw that Tory Lanez is already like selling his unreleased music as NFTs. So basically, he's selling like the .wav file or the MP3 file or the WAV file. He's selling the WAV file as a blockchain crypto. So the person that buys that, he owns that digital property. And imagine if like after 10 years, Tory Lanez has this amazing career and everything that's linked to him is like very expensive, having that is gonna make you a very rich man. Um, I'm not saying this is like instant money for an artist. You still have to like work every day to try bring some type of um, value to your brand. But if you already have some things uh, planned out as NFTs, I think you should sell it because it's gonna be a way for a fan to have like a piece of an artist's career. And whether that is a digital file as a photo or unreleased music. I read about that MF Doom even sold like a VR mask as an NFT. So I'm already thinking about, for example, digital files. You can have like very rare, unreleased, like photo shoots, some dope unreleased music. You might even be able to sell a GIF as a NFT, but the artist still has to like make his value still rise. Like, there's no point in having something of an artist that's not going to be known. But that's why I think it's interesting to invest in some of these memes, because memes have become almost like a way of talking for us in this digital age. So imagine if you like own the digital code of this image on the entire internet. For example, one of those meme dogs or one of those SpongeBob memes, just a picture, just a JPG file, and you have that, and it's gonna be, when you turn it into a NFT, it'll be one of a kind. So it's gonna be like just that one NFT, and that's what makes it like a lot more valuable with time. Um, I still think that like there's a technology behind making one of these items into a token, but I'm already thinking about it, and I hope every other artist that's listening to this or stumbles across NFTs thinks about it. It also makes you like get closer to your fans directly. Imagine buying a behind the scenes photo of one of your like favorite artists when they are making one of their videos, and from 10 years you can say that this picture, anywhere when it's used in the internet, I own it as a token, as a cryptocurrency with a specific code. It's almost going to be like a stock, like the stock market, pretty much. Yeah, this shit's going to be huge. But to get back to reality, stream One Man Army, stream Whistle. Next week, I'm gonna drop. You remember I dropped a song with a Nigerian artist on one of my episodes. I'm dropping those two songs on the 9th of March. And on the 19th of March, we got the Color Purple dropping. So that's two releases for March from M Zilla. 9th of March, we got the songs with the Nigerian artist. 19th of March, we got the Color Purple. And it's special because we dropped that with the new service Label Caster. More on that on another episode. Um, I'll see y'all next week. Same time, same station, same homies. And now IBJ, my man. If you can, drop that one man army. Salute.
Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. Struggle, my reality's not always how it seems. Yeah, it's not always how the stone gleams. You gotta rock with it, make it smooth, real pristine. A gentle king, but I rule with the wrath of a titan. Left wiring, Captain Levi, death flying in. Silence, violence, we all been savages. How come we still trying to prove something? Nowadays I'm hiring. No money records getting bigger, office timing in. But what I want, you can't give. I've worked too hard, I want at least 3 full meals. On the offer, on the table, I disable any negativity. Grew up in the hood, so I use that energy. War poetry, the flame burning hot. Can't nobody touch my legacy. They keep asking me, who's your enemy? I don't know anymore. One closed door opens 100 doors more. For sure, I saw all the writings on the wall, but I can't stop, I just love this inner war. Yeah, man, I just love this inner war. This inner struggle with myself. Yeah, I just love this inner war. I can't stop hustling, I love this music thing. Therapy is mentally a peace that I bring. My rhymes all the time that I find to unlock the sign of my inner truth. Was a game changer from the start. Now I'm the biggest inspiration to everybody's art. Look the part, be the part, mother sucker. Yeah. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my health. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I do my thing. I do my thing. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my wealth. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my wealth. The second wind, let me spin. Real with sand, built to win. Holy water in the basin. They do it all for show. I took several losses to the chin in the end. Found myself in the 10. Jusqu'ici tout va bien. All in, tous les mots ont rien. Green in my pocket, Saint Etienne. A legend on the mic. I do this shit tight. My own family talking shit about me. It's all good though. I still love you to my death. My own hood talking shit about me. It's all good though. I still do this shit real stealth. Navy SEALs, Marines, one man army. I'm the doom. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my wealth. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my wealth. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. Stuck in a fantasy, left with a dream. One man army, I don't need a damn team. I'ma do everything by myself. Rip apart the whole scene with my wealth.